to take the W, get a couple of days off, and book a spot in stage 2. So it's about time that we get this game live.
The stage been set quite nicely here by our desk, and now it's time to let players swing for the fences. M80 up against their best opposition so far at the Major, and yet not hiccuping versus lesser opposition. Clean 2-0 day one. Same for Bait, a roster with high expectations coming into Cologne. This one is for stage 2.
Very exciting. I think it's two opponents that definitely deserve to meet each other at this point. We're both excited to see both of these teams perform well. We got to see M80 do it live yesterday. Very confident looking team, great protocols, especially their CT side setups complementing each other. But Bait are a different level of firepower.
We go for the red room play. M80, that is, 4 players strong. Or Bait, excuse me. Lake into the tuck. We saw that great pistol breakdown by Dupree. Indicative of the preparation M80 bring to the table. Lake tries to stay patient, but Alex makes sure that he clears it piece by piece. And now JBA is going to be under pressure with no assist anywhere nearby to help him. So good on him to drop one. Won't be able to manage the multi-kill. We've got NPL locked into the CT cubby. We've got 2 CTs rocketed over towards Donut, but it looks like Ascential's going to catch them off guard there as well. And now Bait looking for blood. Swisher brings it back. 2 kills to his name, a double still left to unravel. Eats that flashbang, but nobody pounces on the chance. And so he regains that vision, tries to dive behind Big Box, and it's just a game of cat and mouse as Bait will finish off this pistol.
Great use of the flash rotation through Temple, play the 2v1 perfectly, and we see a display of that aim right away out of Bait. Everything looks so solid, and right as Lake dies, you get JBA in a position where he knows he's got to get 2 at the minimum to hold on to this. Retake was so unlikely. All these spots like the one MPL had, you're kind of guaranteed to get an easy frag. And from there on, there was no chance. So M80 will buy back into this round. They've got a Deagle to pair with these 2 MP9s, a Scout to work with, and some armor.
Mac 10 damage for Kenzie. Senthiel tries to go back towards mid quick to find anything else, but not the case. We're going to get this move from Slacks, who's low HP with that Scout. Trying to run over towards the red room just now as the smoke fades on that part of the map. And it's not like they've really lost mid-control. Bait remain quite grouped up outside this B site, and it still has afforded M80 this 2-player cave stack. That smoke fades, they get figured out, and the MAC-10s tear flesh from bone to make what's left of this round meant to be easy.
And it could have been difficult, but now we've got 2 CTs looking to take these guns into the next round already, obviously. Doesn't look like a lot to save, but they won't be investing again, so feels like the free bomb plan is imminent. Because B is the apple of their eye. They've got Lake on a long rotation, but no one to catch. I'm with Stico at this map, and this match is a coin flip for sure. I think we have seen enough from both these teams. I think really impressed by M80 to the point where we're wondering, is this a series that goes all the way, and then it's a game that if you ran it back, the other team would have won? I feel like it will be.
I mean, we said it, that Bait are obviously their best opposition so far here at the Cologne Major, but this isn't one of those stories where, let's call them the underdogs for the time being, M80, are up against a team that they've never been able to defeat in the past in terms of level of opposition, right? We've seen greater peaks from M80 in the last 12 months. It's a question of whether they can tap back into that ability right here, right now, versus, again, a team that they can most certainly defeat. Just boils down to the day. And at times for me, when it comes to the Major, the tale for Bait, and a lot of their history, unfortunately, is one of close calls. Job story for Bait.
Yeah, because they're older. They're like more veterans. They've actually got some more experience. Like, they're still obviously so young. And you see Sizzy coming into this, struggling in the first few maps, obviously, but there's time for the team, and now there's actually experience. I mean, we look at Sinners, and we see kind of the opposite. The team that is new and looks very nervous at the same time. Bait haven't lost too much where it's going to affect their confidence. I think they're still extremely excited about the prospect of improving every day. And they know they haven't reached their peak, and they've made it here to the Major, which is an accomplishment in and of itself.
I think to myself, when we go back one season to Budapest, I think Bait kind of look at Paravision and think to themselves, that could have been us. They were right there on that brink, but close games cost them. Paravision pushed it, secured themselves just those few more invites, and we know what they kind of ran away with at the start of 2026. Bait have had to buy their time. Bait have to begin this major run in stage 1, unlike Paravision, who they're trying to now play catch-up with. But taking this one very seriously, not trying to skip protocols. Lake will still be able to blast Sizzy out of cave. That's a gun picked up by Swisher despite his 12 HP left over. And a Septiel and Kenzizor just going to activate on both sides of this site. So yet again cleaning up immediately. M80 aren't able to get anything beyond that one Sizzy kill. And JBA late to the party, USP in hands revealed himself. So a comfortable 3-0 start in another moment where Bait do not skip steps.
On the side of M80, I'm really looking forward to seeing if JBA is going to be, a threat this stage. If we saw him play very well already. There's been moments where we see the talent really shine through, the amazing multi-frag potential. How consistent is it going to be is the question. Can he do it versus Bait in a big game like this? Being able to 3-0 the stage is just, it's something you just do not want to let go. It might feel like there's less pressure because you have more chances, but everybody here knows that having 2 games and not 3 is just, it's meaningless. Lots of teams have failed over and over again after getting a lead.
Willing to give up some health, but off the flash, the M80 players swing into NPL.
Oh,
Slacks, nice recovery with that op.
Couldn't see a thing.
Oh, sir. Lands the shot from Red Room, rotates instantly over to that B site, where Septiel has been just kind of piecing together a bit of a fake. It's a dangerous game for Slacks to play, walking into cave like this. But he's posted up and his counterpart comes through. Sizzy crawling into the angle, will die. It's a great reposition here from Slacks. Created the man advantage, and now looks to sit on top of it. Swisher's making a slight move inside of the donut, looking to still just keep his eyes on mid. Slacks wants to press the issue once again.
Gotta appreciate Slacks. He's been everywhere on the map and safely at that.
There it is.
Another one rocks right into him. It's a beautiful round out of Slacks.
And he's now going to sit ready. Ooh, that's the kind of sequence you're looking for out of your Opera early.
Oh, man, that's something he could do with no assistance. Every single one of those positions. Helped out in mid in the beginning. Rotation over to B. Safe angle on cave. First one to each line as well. And knows when he can stick around. It's lovely that it's basically no flex to do this. Every single one, just perfect crosshair placement. One at the end, just to show that he can do that too.
It's a smoke spam, 2 clean positioning, and a slight adjustment to really hammer it home. And we've got Bait right back with a response. Sizzy mantles up on box. As he looks to hold long, he hears that and sees that utility. Dangerous game being played back there, but Sizzy will miss a shot. Slacks his counterpart, leaving a little slack on the table, and so we are just kind of stuck inside of lane at the moment for Bait. What do M80 want to do about this? Swisher's looking to take a bit of a glance around the ramp. Got to be careful knowing that op is down there somewhere.
Yeah, it's okay to having the 3 guys here, and they're also with Slacks trying to get some vision on mid, but once they lose it, it does get a little sketchy. Now their smoke will come out to both choke points. Really important they protect cave, at least for as long as possible. They're going to abandon Swisher and go for a mid retake here with 3 players. It's a normal timing to do so. Don't know if Bait are clued into this.
Cave smoke's about to fade as well, so Swisher forgoes it. Leans back ever so slightly, finding all of this real estate for free. Swisher into the deep long corner.
They got the right idea. They put together everything now.
Yep, active play. They've pieced together everything they need as that utility goes over top. Backs turn from lane. Only the single kill from Lake. Sin buys his time for a second. We'll see if this has Bait with other ideas. 25 seconds, 3 players. Headstrong up that ramp. Slacks waiting for a target. Bomb being planted. Duel here for Sin. He wins his. Swisher's been killed through the edge of that smoke, and so it stays 3v3. They know Sin's inside that cave. Kenzizor getting this kill. Now starting to take options off from M80, and now they'll extend. However, the recovery meant to be there for Sin.
Oh, he's got an
Kenzie
ace.
press, mag, and all 5 kills in a much-needed moment.
Damn, he was the one collecting those kills. It started off with the turnaround frag into middle. And I was going to say, this is the moment for M80 where if they don't also push with Sin and then they have JBA as the other player, there was only 2 guys on the site. So even though everything was understood here by M80, they kind of needed to throw an extra player at the problem, I think, try to get an extra kill, go down 1 for 1 again. It makes more room for JBA. They might not have expected 3 to come in on the push. But obviously, when Kenzie Zor is going to put together an ace, what can you really do?
Hell of a time to find that kind of individual level. Great round to do it. Sends M80 into pistols and an MP9 on Sin. And it felt like M80 were making the right moves, but individually, Kenzie Zor that much better, at the very least, in round 5.
Yeah, that round is an example of doing, 9 things right in a row, but then I think one small mistake ultimately was the main issue. And maybe it was also the fact that, Kenzie Zor's first kill was such a great reaction, it was just too hard to stop.
JBA goes down empty-handed. Slacks, they know about him, and here comes that MP9 off of the CT push. Sizzy's gonna hit this shot. After missing a couple in the middle of that round, he drops Sin. There's a pause in the action momentarily. Lake quietly tucked into this corner. Here's those footsteps on the site. Ascenthiel meant to be covered. Lake tries to dive the bomb plant, but because it's covered by Alex, all's good. Swisher's late flank. We'll see if he can catch one off. Difficult shot with the 5-7, still finds the head. Knowing that bomb planter's probably still on site, at worst, it's a double up in Donut. Now he'll confirm it, and Ascenthiel's not gonna let him get away with it. 5-1 the start here for Bait. As another moment has a bit of a pushback from M80, but it's Bait that just shoved them even harder.
I like that we see that M80, I feel like, have the protocols to know how to win the rounds. The one round they won was extremely well played out of Slacks. The round, obviously, Kenzie Zor gets the ace. They get the last laugh, but it's still a good round overall from M80. They're finding the timings and the gaps, but at the moment, Bait are playing just well enough that it doesn't really matter. They are having a solid T side. Look how animated Def is in the background. He's got some ideas.
Looked agitated when this timeout first started. Doesn't like what he's either seeing or hearing.
Nothing worse than just seeing good positions evaporate,
yes,
against individual skill.
Yep. The desk was mentioning, like, do you consider M80 one of these teams that kind of comes in with game plans, etc.? I thought we saw some good counterplay in their second game yesterday. But on top of that, Def's been around the world and back again. A wealth of experience as the coach of M80. But fast action off the timeout could have cost the body. Instead, for the time being, still M80, all 5 players up. It's just damage for Swisher to have to stomach. And a slight shave on Lake. But very swiftly putting themselves in position to challenge this B-side again. Slacks had the best individual moment of this game until the Kenzie Zor ace. There's a chance for this AWP battle to go down. As Utility flies over top, we'll see if Slacks extends into it. Oh, Swisher's got a piece inside of the cave, and Alex will get clipped. No counter pick by the T-side AWP of Sizzy. Tough shot back there by Sin, but missed chance. Bomb can be grabbed if Ascenthiel wants it, but instead just kind of hits the pause button for a second. And this is a round M80 should absolutely finish off.
It's another good position, but now it's with the kills as well. So
they're saving.
Right about a map control. Yeah, 40 seconds in a 3v5. It's totally possible that they could have walked back up the ramp and tested the entries, but they're also thinking, hey, M80 have done a considerable job of getting kills regardless of the result. Now, this is where Def takes a pause and goes, see, I told you. That's it.
It doesn't matter what he said, he was right.
Like, coaches don't gloat enough.
At least not the right ones.
No, guys, I think two things. They boosted twice already up. I think the foot drop might be good again.
Sin's always got something to say, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, good. got something to say, and he's got grenades to show us. Two elements of his play, and I think are most certainly strengths of M80. So slight limitation this time for Bait, but still up by 3. And remember, 3 players saved that last round to afford this buy. Met by a flashbang and elbow. That's going to get Bait to turn attention back. 2 players just dive out of the position. It's not M80 to come away with kills if that's what they really wanted. Another moment here where Lake is whittled down slightly by Util, but he'll drop his smoke grenade and really just kind of keep Bait on ice for the time being. Missed chance from the wallbang. Essential could actually be pinched by 2 players if they're able to zone him, but there it is. Second to the here. He lands down to 4.
Right?
They straight up burn him to a crisp.
That is just beautiful.
Man advantage for M80. A little bit late on that smoke. JBA playing a dangerous game with the Opper, and Kenzizor doesn't get vision on Lake either. So here we go. With 1 player down, they start to tiptoe closer to this Slacks Op, which has been repositioned again.
I mean, you're walking into your death here, surely. A lot of CTs. The angle's a little bit depressed, however.
Luckily for them, Slacks gets that kill over top. Oh, lands that shot on Sizzy. That's great damage for
Sizzy
M80.
was also blind.
And Slacks, oh,
Yeah,
gets blasted out of the round by Kenzizor. Now suddenly it's open. Alex right next to him. Swishers into the clutch with just no notice, but it's also any damage to essentially frag out on these last 2 players. They have to go for the bomb plant. Smoke fades at the same time. Sizzy could get the better of it with this op as he trails back, caught just on the edge of the smoke. It's an early chance for a Swisher clutch.
I think he knows.
Alex, low HP, just trying to keep himself into the cover. If Swisher doesn't get blindsided, you think he's got this duel. Cleans house. Despite Kenzizor's best efforts to blast Slacks off that angle, so many players on this A site, but it comes up M80.
I would have felt so bad for M80 if they lost that round. Another super solid start. All those guys on A perfect read on what Bait wanted to do. And I mean, shout out to Kenzizor for that kill, because that was unbelievable. He knows he's peeking into an op. That is such a hard angle just to simply pre-fire. If he misses, round's over. Obviously, if he wins, well, they could have won. They got themselves into a pretty good spot. But the HP ultimately made the difference. And M80 got to be very proud of Swisher in this moment. He's been a beast this tournament.
Highest rated M80 player coming into this 2-0 match, and for the first time, M80 secure a chance to just deal with some pistols. Desert Eagles sprinkled across the board for Bait. This half is officially under recovery for M80. Their first 2 rounds strung together. Looking to peek into 2 rifles here. This Desert Eagle approach. Bomb sitting outside of the doors. That could have caught you off. But Swisher's able to react quickly enough. Sin cleans up the mid kill, and this one just falls flat for Bait.
It's kind of unreal how much impact that, because it was a 3 save guns into the last round, into a post plant they wouldn't have attempted if Essential didn't get his, or sorry, if Kenzizor didn't get his frag. And then they would have at least been able to save 2 guns, had something of a buy now. So it's a real tide turner for Swisher to be able to pick up that clutch.
Certainly a clutch that was made easier for him by the amount of damage that was done and the fact that he just gets Sizzy on like the last tick before he walks into the smoke. But delivers under pressure. Make no mistake, M80 closing the gap now. A 1-round game after the fantastic start that Bait had. That bottomed out economy they forced on M80 after only allowing them a singular CT round win. Things are changing in front of us, but it is guns back in hand for Bait in round 10.
They've had varying success all over the map. I mean, we have seen quite a bit of variety, which is nice. I wouldn't be surprised if they want mid-late here. They're trying to run at this.
Huge damage. What's that come from? Kenzizor down to 2 HP.
Where is he?
He was in mid.
Oh, they double-naded elbow. That was the only thing I saw.
Oh, eats that. Lucky to be alive.
This is such a good start to the round for both, to be honest, because all that utility damage, but also the mid control. You're quick out to B, just denying any kind of lane control that M80 might be going for. No, teams aren't doing that quite as much. Just makes the rest of your round a whole lot faster when you want to get set up. Ooh. Oh, boy. Oh, and Essential just hearing the reload.
Yep.
And they're saying thank goodness for that.
It's kind of a fair trade, all things considered. Lake attempts his timing, just off the mark.
I don't mind being Sin, though, here, because the time's starting to tick down. He can actually flank.
Yep, here we go. Activates out middle, but look, this is a stall outside of the red room. He does catch the tail end of it, but it could lead you to believe there's actually more bodies in Donut than there is. Couple more players pushing through the red room. Slacks is going to have a long line on this, but one player's already gotten past him.
Ooh, nice shot.
Hit Sizzy on the attempt to cross over. That's the bomb stop. That's the momentum drop. One missed piece of util, but the flash follows through. And unfortunately here for Bait, a setup that was looking to have legs really just kind of falls on its own face.
I think it's pretty impressive. I mean, Sin found the gap, and again, because they had this default to explode into all these little bits of map control, it kind of set up a spot where if they wanted to go A or B, they could do it quickly. But the double cave setup with the push and the trade that went down, you know, Sin smelled something was wrong. If no one was here peeking him or trying to fight into cave control, the risk was standing out in the open. And once he realized there was no one there to fight, he created a timing for himself.
Okay, here's that double nades. Second servings finds the headshot. And this shot,
this is actually insane.
The hell did he clip? Now Bait are the ones that are going to have to stomach this momentum shift. They're also going to have to stomach a wobbly economy in the next round. I see Tech9's coming through for round 11. Ever since that timeout, we've had a different version of M80, one that has evaporated Bait's lead, tying this game going into round 11.
Everything's been neat and tidy ever since.
Faster potential towards that B side, maybe? No, they'll still just position themselves into the lane, and Essential, a little bit late through the door, still eats that frag grenade, down to only 52 HP. I've had a lot of mid play, a lot of different looks, like you said. This one completely foregone from both teams, just a set of eyes on it from JBA and Donut. But he's also playing with his smoke out, so he's not necessarily looking for duels, just looking to slow anything down if he sees that presence. Utility starts to come over just as Lake was beginning to second guess things. Swisher's gonna get burned out of his cubby in the backside. That's a little awkward. Playing with Util, still able to recover the hold with a double. Swisher seems immovable. Essential's Tech9 goes down. It's Alex with the double. Finds himself alone, but also gets himself to the AK and has plenty of time to try to make this magic happen.
If he wants to make it out back through mid, he could, obviously. They're still going to be able to rotate over quickly if they're even a little bit nervous about it. They don't see anything right now. So as they back up slightly, Alex might be able to just get a plant, which is huge. On half HP, certainly has an opportunity to bring something big home for his team.
Molly confirms it. He goes for the deep temple angle. He's working with half health versus 2. This is a locked-in position. Can't start moving. That shadow's going to get you done for.
They could play this kind of however they want, and it's going to be on Alex to have to peek.
Let's see how they choose, because right now it's pistol out for Slack, smoke onto the bomb. Oh, it's awkward, too. The smoke doesn't actually fully cover. Very weird. And the Molotov doesn't go deep enough. They fumbled a bunch of those nades, and still they get away with it, but barely.
My goodness, so lucky.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Smoke doesn't fully cover bomb. Molly doesn't go deep into the cubby. Mo, they almost just gave that away.
Definitely. Could have walked into a spray. That would have been a lot of egg on their face, but they survive it. With that amount of utility, that was, yeah, obviously very messy, especially straight here for M80. And a lead.
Gunning for his 7th. Kenzizor tries to sign up for that mid-fight. He will be lucky if he gets out of here, but he does manage to jump back through that elbow. And NPL up above this 3-player mid-setup. Sin's got the headshot quick. Senfield wants into the action. Second victim here for M80, and it doesn't look like Bait are gonna let off the pedal. They continue to try to push. Met by smoke, grenades, and bullets. It's a hailstorm out mid that's got 2 of the 3 players down low before they can really shoot back.
really seeing a team that's not gullible right now. They knew exactly what was coming. That bait, we're going to double down and try to reclaim mid control. And when MPL goes out first after they failed to get Kenzizor out of elbow, it felt like you've got to abandon that plan. But it could have been M80 to start falling back, and instead they stuck around and fought even harder. It's not what bait wanted.
Looking to just bust the doors down in the final 30 seconds of the half to tie this game up going into your own CT side. Slacks has not lost the duel to Sizzy, and that will not change here as the young op prospect of bait is put to rest one final time on the T side. Kenzizor taken down to a third of his HP. Slacks begins to start missing bullets. That opens the door of possibility, but Lake is just going to sit here patient as those flashes pop up high. 10 to the clock, back's turned to him, and he's going to put this on ice. Halfway through this CT side, Def took a pause, and M80 didn't lose a single round after that. The stage was set as Bait being favorites coming into this 2-0 game to progress into the second stage of the 2026 Cologne Major. And all of a sudden, after one tack timeout by Rory, Def Jackson, what happens? We've got a total turnaround from M80. What's that?
Did you have to read his name or did you remember it?
I'm hoping that's still his last name.
No, I think it's just great. Yeah, that's awesome. I love that you know that.
Rory Def Jackson.
Right.
But hey, leader of men absolutely turned it around for them. And again, I would just love to know what he said. So I know we've got great TeamSpeak calm moments so far in Cologne. Let's go dig up that one, shall we? Because it did indeed have a huge effect on the second half of that CT side for M80.
Fucking
Holy
go.
shit.
What a half, what a half. I'm fucking pumped.
I love how he said that.
Got reason to be.
Hilarious.
Let's see what they can do on the T side.
JBA has quite an accent.
Yeah. Bates map picked,
Pumped.
by the way.
Yeah, but to be honest, they still have 5 T rounds. They just, you know, it doesn't look good at the end, but it's still enough.
Yep. It's just that seismic momentum shift that's kind of got you scratching your head. But listen, Bait play close games. It's very on brand to see them let this one get a little closer. We'll see if they can rip that hope right back out of M80's hands, who currently sit outside of this A site, 4 players strong, 1 passive over towards Elbow and Sin with a smoke grenade primed, and up and over it goes. That's going to block off Alex's angle momentarily, and so it's just going to be these Berettas, and he will track the head of JBA at least. Sizzy's on the scene with a quick headshot onto Lake, and all of a sudden, that CT lane push could threaten the back of the site. Alex wants to go through. He will execute the planter. Swisher's thrust into another clutch, trying to just size this one up. He's got 40 seconds to take down 3 players, but working with half HP, they won't give him any room, and it's going to be Bait to pick up the second pistol as well.
Yeah, these guys are monsters on those pistols. It just looks terrifying. And, well, now it's a 1-round game. No bomb plant is, I think, the tricky part for M80. That part's going to suck for sure. All that effort into swinging the momentum in their favor, and suddenly now they know that it's Bait who are going to be happy and optimistic.
Come on, Joshy, take your time. Take it. I look you.
As poor JBA
What do you say? Take your...
said, take it, Joshy. I think it's because the poor guy got his headshot ripped off the moment he went for the jump. Sizzy's going to farm the easy triple with the MP9 pressed into the A main play. He'll have a little laugh at M80's expense, and the game off the back of this second pistol and conversion is tied, but obviously Glock's in the last so that we get AKs here in round 15 for M80.
You know, set the stage for the second half. I think we're expecting M80 to have a formidable T side. I think it's going to be well called. But I do also expect to see Bait shine on some of these individual moments. We've already seen them sort of really startle us and M80 with how good they can play. But clutches did go the way of M80. 2 critical ones to build that streak to come back into the game. Chance this goes all the way. Nice opener for Swisher.
Yeah, Sentinel tries to make a move out through that cave, and Swisher, again, just kind of putting his name in the bright lights. Surpasses Lake for top performer of M80 thus far. And Lake still got some catching up to do after the previous maps of Swisher here in Cologne. There's a lot of potential for this push. Bait definitely want to go into these duels, but look at the trade potential here for M80 as well. They're all ready. The lineup, the trades are good. NPL's Glock kill comes out, and Sizzy's op kill is queued up. They're going to try to press into him, and the trade's good out of Lake. He could make a run for the hills. He knows that Sizzy's on this B site still, and it's early damage for Sizzy to stomach too.
He thinks he's really quick to this. Let's see if he pulls out his gun. Oh, the smoke actually helps out a lot. Sizzy gonna walk around this.
Is he ready?
He might be able to open up an opportunity. Yeah, he gets it just by being quick enough to be able to walk. It's well done from Sizzy. It could have been a double fake that would have been really hard to deal with, having an op on low HP. So the correct read, conviction behind it. And I'm not surprised Lake is expecting to have a few more seconds to get away.
That's a 4 versus 5 outside of this B site that Bait trade efficiently through. Opening kill goes to M80 via Swisher's smoke spam.
Impact comes in many forms, and the numbers for Sizzy aren't great overall at the event, but moments like these will be game changers. Absolutely. Lake knows the opportunity right there to stop the momentum once again quickly into the T side. Now we see that M80 are on 3 pistols. Things might get harder.
Lake knows the weight behind that clutch potential. It's fair frustration. And a move outside of Cave there for M80. A couple of bodies positioned on both sides of their smoke. How do these 2 rifles get into the round? At the moment, Lake face pressed against the mid play as... Oh, that's
come
how.
on, Slacks.
Deep Desert Eagle kill for Slacks. NPL picks up the same angle, but will they ever anticipate him to have tucked in that timing?
It's a great question. So we can see the left half of the map here from the T perspective is totally open.
Thing is, too, with that gun in front of him, it feels like the pistols of M80 are going to be drawn to this corpse.
And they don't have a molly. Oh, yeah, that's true.
So, but, I mean, that's the one thing. If you think about the gun before you think about the deep corner, there's a world where NPL gets away with this. And it doesn't seem like they've got that presence. No, they haven't considered it at all. Perfection from NPL to slide atop the body. Still, at least Lake trades back. It's a costly attempt, but that is a vacant A-bomb site prime for the taking.
They didn't do anything about this. So, I mean, it was NPL in a spot to get great information on Donut, on anybody crossing into window. So, felt like bought some time, but there was no other CT rotating over quickly enough to help out. They'll still need a few more seconds of notice before they get here.
Kits on a couple here for Bait.
This retake could be everything. Same goes for the hold.
Lake queued up to make up for the lost clutch a round ago. Flashes out at CT lane. Ready for the duels. JBA just giving that A main jump spot a bit of a go. Labored effort from Lake. JBA also dead empty-handed. Swisher's gonna have to be that guy again. Bombs ticking quick. We've got Kits on the play. Sizzy's defusing. It's the rifle to try to give cover. He gets him off.
Another 1v3 from Swisher.
Oh, but it's still close. Alex on top of the bomb. It's the final second. And he nails it.
Oh.
Down to those last instances. He will squeeze water from stone and take a 9th round for Bait's favor.
Whoa, time to get back on that bomb. I did not expect that. With how close he let it go to get that kill, it felt like he had done enough. And the important clutch is now going the way of Bait. 2 already in this half.
Back to back.
I mean, yeah, like, he couldn't have done more to get that diffuser as late as possible. My goodness. Now, we all knew this game was going to come down to the wire. And it just feels like every round feels like a round 24.
That defuse from Alex, who is a soul-crushing clutcher, by the way, for Bait historically. Ties up the amount of clutches in this first map of the best of 3. 2 1vx's, 1 per team. It's just the fact that they're back-to-back for Bait at the beginning of the second half. We're clean off, but a chance to recover from Swisher yet again.
Oh,
this guy just doesn't stop doing the heavy lifting.
Yeah, got a little sloppy there. A moment to pick up those guns, hold on to space, and instead of way back in now for M80. Still numbers for Bait.
And a big push off at the B bomb site. They've got lane control. They're thinking maybe there's still maybe one player elsewhere, but it is very quickly all of M80 still inside of A main.
This is kind of great. They're just making sure that no one's pushing mid. I mean, MPL does not need to even catch lurks. They have Sizzy on this donut line. Now, resmoking main buys them so much time.
M80 kind of forced to go through this, so they will just puncture through. NPL quick to shave off Swisher. 50 HP for Lake. Deep Molly and no connection on the op, and that Molotov's just enough to allow Lake to put the bomb down. But you've got this fast A main flank, still smoked off, about to fade. Lake blocks Donut, but the frag grenade's going to expose him, and so it's going to have to be a Sin clutch instead versus 3. And because there's no A main control, Sin, will he consider that part of this retake? They're going to delay the A main play. It does come out, it catches him off, and it's going to be bait to touch double digits with a so far flawless 5-round CT streak.
Indeed. This one easier than all the runs previous. A main control. Slacks got onto the angle, but wasn't expecting to run into a push. I think he was going to set up and look for maybe an op that was ready on a more passive line. But this is wildly aggressive with this rifle push. And they didn't need this op to hit anything. Nice touch as the retake got started. A 3-round gap, but with the bomb plant, there's still money for M80 to invest. That won't be the case next round if they lose again.
MPL makes the jump, but they put a molly down. Just kind of stuck here on the ledge for a moment. Then he decides to dive back into the cubby. He's got second ideas. And at least he's got the utility to still just set himself up for the climb.
They know they have considerable map control over here on towards B. I like that they're using it. Immense pressure on Swisher to hit this. Oh.
He's going to drop the ball. Sort of two minds. On top of that, now an additional smoke for Sin to have to stomach, and spam damage comes through on Slacks' departure. This is bait, letting M80 know we understand exactly what you're up to, where you're standing, and really siphoning the life out of M80's T side now. You lost 2 back-to-back clutches. The what could have been is going to be in M80's mind, and before you know it, with these 3 consecutive defuses, this CT side could be done.
No kidding. I mean, it feels like they've got through the fescue now. This is sort of more simple. They can buy up every bit of utility that they need. They can all have kits. I mean, 20 seconds, they've got to run at this basically the whole way.
Sizzy burning out, still finds Sin's head. Not bad.
Yeah, there's a good.
Fortunately, only JVA's 4th kill of this map. Game getting away from him despite Swisher trying to hype the kid up. Although still, you've got a strong enough post plant to try to hang on to. If this is going to be the round, he makes the difference. Even if he distracts long enough for Lake to get into the action. Heavy temple plate, they flash themselves. Things are awkward. That causes a distraction. Now it's all out temple, and the box player's dead. JVA looks to shine, and he damn near sticks the landing, but they're going to know about this last piece, the wrap out from Lake. No, they never know. Essential sticking the defuse, and it's going to get executed. Finally, M80 break through, and they do it with a man disadvantage and a triple kill. JBA doubles his kills in 1 round alone.
Yeah, and that's Impact again. Another moment where you see someone not the most kills overall, but having the last say. It's a 2-round game now. We've got a bye coming back, obviously. M80 saved this by going in for late mid-control. 20 seconds as they exec through Donut. No real split. The only thing that they had, their final out was Lake on the lurk, who played his timings perfectly.
You know, Lake executes the player in CT, but Alex really thought that maybe he had gone back to Donut. Lake takes his sweet time with that, having lost his previous clutches. This time, comes up with it, and the 1vx counter sways. 1 round in the favor, now M80. Still bait, hang on to the 2-round lead, but it's a 5v4 at the start of this one. Quickly quelled by Alex. The willingness to just kind of throw themselves into the fights, but the one thing that's still heavily in the favor of M80 is this op duel. Although a missed shot from Slacks will be made up for.
He got him in the back.
Goes up.
It was a collateral.
Also, now wounds Alex, who sits on 64. Deep positioning here by Slacks. He's going to find one in the open, but NPL able to hold on to his own. 3v2. Flash finds its own eyes. Awkward moment, and still the spam comes through. It's a Sin Galil clutch. He's got one locked into the corner, and NPL decides to be the hero this time. Clean triple kill from that challenge on the Opper, and every kill thereafter. That is bait, now winning 11-8.
It's an impressive skewer shot out of Slacks, but you know, when he goes in to get back lanes control, obviously that's the one that could have totally rocked bait, but they were patient in the spot. They knew that he was coming. And because of that collateral, it didn't kill the first guy. They still had cave control, and they knew that someone was running through the site. It might be a curtain call now for M80 on Ancient. Unless something ridiculous happens. They've only got pistols.
Yeah, they opt to spend halfway. Keep some cash to try to play for OT. But there's been a real willingness for Bait to kind of throw themselves at these early moments since this CT side has started. Good to know that even with the momentum shift at the end of the first half, they're not afraid to go for those sorts of fights. Exert individual effort. And as we see, clean house. Missed op chance is at least recovered with Sizzy's second shot. Kenzie Zor quick into the plate. But that is an op now for Swisher momentarily. We'll see if Bait overstep. Ooh, they'll find the headshot. Swisher still looking for another, but Kenzie Zor's there, and you just give, really, M80 no chance to breathe with those upgraded pistols. They were going to have to come into this next one with guns. 4 rounds needed for OT. Def takes his final pause ahead of this necessary streak.
Oh, you know, those can be potent. He had a really good time after that first half pause. Probably was very proud of his team. M80 have had to fight a lot to get to this point, and it's only to bring 9 rounds. They won key clutches. Now, one thing that's counted against them, no pistols and conversions. So they're going to have to, you know, make this comeback on T side against all odds. But Bait are just, they're looking so nice. Like they're sailing smoothly. Everyone's fragging. It's hard to say there's some massive gap or a weak site or an idea that's obvious here for M80.
This round begins with a little more space for M80. They burn NPL's corner that he usually plays in. They pop open the smoke to try to catch him on the fallback. No kill off of that, despite the utility investment. Spoke grenade, though, will deny him his angles. But with 2 players facing into the front of Cave, there's always that looming threat of getting attacked from the flank once you do take over mid control. So M80 tiptoeing their way into it. It's presence spotted by Kenzie Zor. He doesn't want to fade away with nothing. NPL also tries to test the waters, but Slacks is going to find that op kill. B players are here. They forego cave control and look to stack up inside of Red instead.
It's just so much information with that. They know immediately the A play's on their minds. This has got to get smoked.
Check this out. He's been drawn back from the A site.
The B split, but actually falling back, it'll hypnotize the CTs that are standing here. But the thing is, there's so many of them.
M80 still hesitant to move. Slacks' patience pays off. They go up 5 versus 3 off the back of 2 op kills now from Slacks. Alex dives through the CT smoke, and all this time now, Swisher's been trying to clear out this B site. But what's this one defender dumped to? He's dead. Executed in the side of the head. Sizzy doesn't have his angle. Perfectly out-positioned off of the tactical timeout once more. M80 put a slow squeeze. It's needed that Slack still picks up these 2 kills. Tough shots to hit under pressure up close.
They had him so confused, smoking into CT spawn there and making it feel like they were trying some play towards B, leaving the op. Such a smart move. And, you know, when they can activate Slacks, it's obviously when it's looked the best. And for the most part, Slacks in the second half, we haven't got that much. Not that much out of JBA in both. It's mostly been Lake and Swisher, but again, as you mentioned, off of the tack pause, we do see a little bit more team play. Clearly, those have been very effective. And they run circles around Bait.
It was 1 pause in the first half that strung 6 rounds in a row. Here's the first of a necessary 4.
Nice! Come on! Nice!
Yeah. Such a nice guy.
Yep, my bad.
Excuse me. That's crazy.
Nice! Come on! Nice!
All right, let's see.
Noticeable lack of utility here for Bait coming into round 22.
What kind of conclusion that we get out of this game now, I'm really curious.
Oh, Slacks is taking it towards mid again. but he's ahead of the utility. And he is operating on his own. It brings Lake with him.
There's a big trap here set inside of middle, but, you know, someone needs to be spotted by Kenzizor to activate MPL, and if not, it'll be the clock to activate him. Actually, Ascentiel comes in. But because of this window smoke, there won't be any timing available.
Yeah, there's a real threat. These Red Room players pop on him. A lot of bodies here. Here it comes. It's covered out by Lake and Sin. A headshot apiece.
Yeah, that's perfect coverage.
Red Room players get melted, and then again, M80 just hit that pause button. It's a 3v5 demanded of Bait. Their economy's on the line, and Sizzy's given a free one. That's going to open the door for the Opera to rotate. Kenzizor has second ideas, pauses momentarily, and allocates himself back into Donut. Sizzy's drawn towards Red Room. Feels kind of stringy suddenly by M80. There is a high likelihood for individual duels at 30 seconds on this clock. They are still not grouped up at all, and that's key that Lake finds this headshot. Kenzizor's heard that audio out towards middle.
Nice
Slacks is
shot.
going to land the shot. His reaction times have been fantastic, and this is a round for M80. They will at the very least secure the double digits, and for the first time, win back-to-back T rounds.
I'm with you, though. They got like a little bit separated, and if not for Lake winning his duel and then causing a little bit more insecurity on the CT side and Bait walking into another frag, it could have fallen apart. So this one's a little bit more narrow in the way that they close it, but ultimately great map control, and it's another moment where M80, they have the power on the map. It's Bait who feel like they have to make a desperate move. They try to flash themselves in through mid. None of the CTs or the Ts are blind who are holding, and that looks way too easy for M80. I'm wondering, he wasn't even anti-flash on that wall, so was it because they just tried to right-click a flash behind them, or what happened? I just feel like no one was blind at mid. A little bit too stressed out when you're winning.
Well, you're winning, but you win 5 of the first 6 rounds of the first half.
Yeah.
You win 5 of the first 6 rounds in the second half. You've got both pistols. You've converted them cleanly. You haven't made those mistakes, and yet still you can't put M80 down just yet.
Yeah.
That is definitely going to feel like these are 2 halves now that start to get away from you. It's not out of the realm of possibility that Bait just close out. They'll take their second timeout. We've had great success on M80's side with the tactical timeouts. So let's see what they can do to try to gear up this close before things get even more uncomfortable. Because this round doesn't feature a buy for Bait.
This is AK on Alex.
This is talking about the next 2 rounds, surely. Slacks quick to it. Alex, there's that 1 AK. Just as quickly as he takes that first fight, he falls all the way back, hoping that instead Bait come to him.
He's going into his nade set now.
Swisher, careful, because if he loses this AK, there's a pistol player behind Alex to come grab this gun. Ascentiel's trying to make it awkward. Now, at least Alex gets his kill, goes back. The pistol player in the site goes down. They're going to try to force their hand, or are they? They pause momentarily, tag Kenzie down to half. JBA with a double kill, his 8th and 9th of the map. Lake slides through, down goes the AK, and down goes Bait in round 23. 24 rounds of Counter-Strike needed here on Ancient. Bait's map pick.
And it's the pause to bring it, that tack pause to try to bring it all the way back in both halves. Again, against pistols and conversions. Here we are in round 24. A close game as promised. We've had a 1v3, last second defuse. Ooh, any small mistake could be the end of the match.
A lot of damage for Lake to have to stomach, but it's also a lot of presence for M80 over towards the B side. If they've got the balls to go through this, Alex dodges the flash, stuffs 2 players on the smoke. And M80 feeling the squeeze because they lose that mid control, walk into their demise. Working so hard to bring back this half, and now you've got to do it from this position.
They'll be talking about the Pistols after this game is over. A 3-on-5 needed to bring overtime.
And NPL just sits down beneath this ledge. You know that he had gotten that forward mid control. Lake saw it all early. Double up inside of the cave as well. This is a good position for Bait to just try to hang on to the site. Slacks is looking to be the difference maker. Denied. Low HP there as well. And it's going to have to be JBA from the bottom of the board. It is not going to happen. 13-11 here from Bait. Closing it out in the final hour, staving off another comeback within this second half of action. M80 bringing the challenge to the favorites of Bait so far.
I think as much as M80 made this a close game, Bait are going to be happy with themselves. Closing out Pistols going to be an important power that they showed on the Pistols, and there was tons of fight back from M80 as well. But in a series like this, I mean, that's always what can make the difference. We'll be keeping a close eye on those as Inferno happens. Because as impressive as it is to win all those rifle rounds, you just don't want to have to make comebacks in both halves.
Pistol stack could be a damning one coming into map 2, but it'll be M80 on the CT side of their map pick. Bait opting to take to the attack to start this second map of our best of 3. Two players, 4 guns here on Arch. I mean, that tells me you really think this one's coming Arch wrap. Lake, though, just looking for the app spot. Sees a bit of skin, hangs on for a second, but don't wait too long. Puts that smoke down in front of what is 4 players from Bait on the other side of this wall.
Little annoying for Bait. They wanted to make this work.
These dual Berettas look to inch their way through the brackets instead, and now that he sees it's clear, I wonder if one peels back, if anybody's going to go and help Lake, because he's about to have his hands full. He silently drops down off of the belt. Oh, never mind. Hits the ground loud. Now they're going to know nobody's up here on the railing. They're really going to be able to focus on the pit instead. Swishers, Berettas, and JBAs, both with a kill already, looking for their first pistol of the series, and they're going to pick it up clean. Flawless here on the CT pistol for M80. That's what they were looking for. Finally, a good start to the half, or maybe I shouldn't get ahead of myself.
Yeah, we'll see if they don't convert. I mean, there is no bomb plant. It is such a strong pistol to kick off. It should be a moment where they get to make good use of their MP9s coming into the next round, make lots of money with it. But this round went exactly as they envisioned. They had the Halls play with Lake, they spotted, they threw the smoke down, they had the 2 players rotating quickly over from Arch. All Bait tried to do was pause and then attack.
They won't try to do much in this one. 5 Glocks, no nades, nothing here for Bait. Just a chance to think about your sins in that last round.
Got Sin on one team, Alex 666 on the other, couple of heretics.
That's what I'm saying. Devilish game of Counter-Strike ahead. Bomb dropped in front of Sin. He'll sit on top of this comfortably. No way for them to really unroot him and to keep 5 up and also get the majority of the kills off the MP9. M80 will be happy about a nice, easy conversion, but a little awkward with those MP9s in the next round when the guns of Bait come through.
It could be awkward for Bait if they don't win this, because this is just a bonus for M80. And they're going to have to sell their shoes even to get a Galil for Alex. So that's because they have no kills at all.
Double nades down Banana. Double incendiary as well. So heavy utility investment out of M80 for Banana control. Now they're going to try to push themselves down into it, right? Close proximity taken over by Lake. The grenades really cleared that space for him to slot in, but that's still majority defense over towards B, and Slacks was in a tough spot until now. He's able to get out of there, but Bait will trade that bracket control for his position. Slacks damage from the apartments, damn near dead.
Oh, you know they're tempted about going Arch now with this information and that damage coming through. MPL disrespecting the smoke early is a really nervous moment for M80. Still, 3 spotting B is insane. They're readying a flank, but they're hoping it comes back this direction.
Sin's Incendiary's primed towards top Banana. He's just giving it a jump spot. We'll see if they right off the corners. Swisher trying to set it up. And both headshots from Alex. Third player confirmed, but Alex just took a dink, so he'll be down to 27.
They might be tempted to B-split. Yeah, it's a little, like, you know, late in the round, but to be honest, they know Sin has to be alone.
Yeah, he's made a ton of sound here as well, so NPL knows he's got this.
What a great play.
Perfectly visualized. Ton of damage there for Sizzy, but so be it. That's bomb and spawn confirmed and gonna make its way to the B site. Kenzie Zor can just take his sweet time to clean up what's left of it. That is all about Alex getting those 2 Galil headshots down at the base of Banana.
So those mechanics coming through again. Like the setup for M80 is solid to lure everybody into Banana, try to get a couple of kills, even upgrade some MP9s and set up a flank when they would inevitably have to go A. But instead, Alex picks apart a crossfire by himself. And he was the one who had the Galil, right? Like the one gun that he could only afford because they didn't get any kills previously. This brings it back. JBA to get an AK. He's not gonna, you know, he's gonna try to avoid fights if he can.
Yeah, looks like he'll be fine. T-spawn clear for the save. And M80 go. What was looking like an excellent position for a moment in that round. Bait will find success on this T side early. 3 rounds into it, and they are on the board. It's that nice tether between Swisher and Lake, almost catching Alex with grenades, but he just resets that aim. And then a bit of a frantic move here from Sin, departing that B bomb site that just gives it over for free.
Do you know JBA's name stands for just being Adam?
No, it stands for Joshua Barut. But I don't know why he took 2 letters from the last name.
Bah.
Oh, now I get it. Spam down through the B smokes. Nobody home for Bait. They're taking a quick glance towards mid-play again. Slacks now onto the off. Remember, that was a bonus round for M80 with the triple MP9s, and they did still catch a couple kills and have legs to stand on. Now we're going to go flash through into brackets. Slack's a little nervous with that flashbang. It announces intentions of Bait, and he'll peel back.
Yeah, this brackets part of the round is really key. I mean, here's where M80, they want to push forward into this. So much pressure on Slacks to hit his shot. Flash is perfect, though.
Missed. JBA takes one to the face. Slacks goes down with nothing.
Yo.
Alex again with a critical multi-kill. JBA in anticipation, still alive in here. Oh, but again, that spawn player dead to rights. Clotheslined by NPL is Swisher, and Lake never gets a chance to get his hands into the game, as this is going to be Bait slicing through that defense.
I know, it's just terrifying, the attack. They get the brackets and they execute on A so cleanly. And it's Alex with the 2K. It's, you know, them being able to take apart, you know, two guys for one, essentially, has just been so key for them already here on Inferno. Was the same back on Ancient. They really stand tall when it comes to the rifle work. You couldn't have placed the utility any better than that. Like, that flash allowed them to scale all the way to the site before Slacks could even know what was happening. Right over top of his scope.
Sizzy having a good time. Understandably now, it takes the edge off that only M80 has Lake on a gun and pistols for the rest. You take to the challenge that is the T side to start off your opponent's map pick. Perfectly
Nice
positioned
find,
Sizzy
man.
for the first blood here in round 5. M4 reveals itself, but welcomes utility in response, and that'll be Swisher down to 46 HP. Taking a boost to keep eyes on Banana. What are we up to?
I love this peak. I mean, if anybody comes to shoulder this or the op gets on the line, you just got to time it to go above. Oh, that's not an easy shot. My goodness, Izzy. He's not looking nervous any longer.
It's a welcome sign for him to have a round like this, kind of in the middle of it all. You know, you see him laughing coming into the round, spirits looking hot. You've got that, you know, the pressure of a map in your back pocket already. And I think the nature of these rounds too. Sure, lose pistol for the first time. But you save for round 3, and since then, it's been 3 rounds consecutive out of bait. Now you're hitting shots. Everybody's cracking jokes.
Yeah.
You got M80 flopping around in front of you.
They got to this point, not losing a map so far, and Sizzy hasn't really had to come into this game. They bought him so much time. I mean, he's probably going to, at this point, just be thinking, man, I love my team. You know, I've got so much security around me. I know that I don't have to be the one, and when I am, and when I pop off, well, then we can go to another level. He's given a lot of room to warm up into the event.
It's really one of the benefits of being a player like him, joining a team like Bait that are not in their first outing at a major, right? It's something that he's going through that they all have certainly felt in the past.
Yeah, we were talking about it earlier, but these guys, they look like young faces, but now we're getting used to seeing them at majors.
Yep, the majority of this team has 3 or 4 majors under their belts now with Cologne. That's when you feel like you start to find your groove. I think that's why a team like NRG shows up and kind of exceeds expectations, because you think that's a wealth of experience in contrast to a team, unfortunately, say like Sinners.
Fresh.
Mind you, if experience was everything, Gaming Gladiators wouldn't be losing on the other stream right now.
I just want to say there is such thing as too much experience.
Yeah. Well, having experienced the threat of this banana play a couple rounds now, Lake is going to be a little cautious, and they try to get it going off that flashbang. He finds Sizzy in the backdrop, but there's 3 players in front of the Opper still. M80 better be careful. Yeah, here it comes on your reload. Alex times it to perfection. Great cover offered by Swisher. Him and Lake both try to dive into that site as Slacks once more wants this kind of short angle at the A site, but he's been so effectively pushed back each time.
Before they get too quick here, they have the bomb still back in spawn. And they would love to exec, and now they'd love to even more. It's actually going to pull Sin over. There'll be a gap on the archway, and MPL's going to set up his utility to try to get them to come back. Let's see if Sin bites. Oh no, it's an arch smoke, and Slack still has vision on mid.
Yep. Does that free up JBA? Do they make any kind of a move? No, they sit stoically inside A site, and it's going to be numbers strong from Bait in the final 20 seconds here on B. Sin gives up his line, goes for the underhand, activates alongside Swisher, and they'll clean up between the two of them. Easy does it for M80. Just a comfortable lean back, a triple kill moment here from Swisher, yet again trying to take over as the player for M80 thus far at the major. Sizzy on a save protocols. Got to be careful to not die after time, but it looks like they're going to leave him this op as the game gets tied up at 3.
Okay, I think they go back to A, bro.
And now we've got Sin making a read as to what they may do. A, we've seen how strong they are. Honestly, the way they've been able to take brackets and the utility they use, especially that flash that they pulled off to make sure that Slacks was blind forever. I wouldn't be surprised if they do the same thing. Let's see if Sin's right about the read. I mean, this is, in his mind, it's not a 100% thing. But he's trying to go off tendencies.
Fast opening gambit once more. Lake very quick to depart Swisher this time.
Setting up a window flash to be able to pop through the smoke on a time. They could go through at the same time. They could wait for something else, like a resmoke, to go for it. And Swisher gets a little uncomfortable, drops his smoke early. He's got another cache of it back in spawn. But he'll give up a lot of information. And you see that the T's right now, grouped up at the bottom of B, are going to be able to make a lot of space happen. M80 will not know about it. And Swisher's here with a FOMS at the end of the day, so it's a bit of a bluff. Oh no, that molly. Oh, he knows Kenzizor is stuck in this corner. Kenzizor just doesn't have to move.
Now goes the smoke here at the B site. The solo B defender looking for assistance here as he drops that incendiary in between all the util. Bader gonna put it out, and Swisher's under pressure now that he's blind. Flash into the pit. NPL taken down. That's the bomb drop confirmed. Swisher can't hang on any further. Slacks is right there with the op, just around the side of Coffins. Enough to drop another body and really cue this up. No bomb planted even. And Opper stranded in the back of this site with 10 seconds. And if they really want to punish, they just let this clock expire and then go for the kill.
Yeah, good luck even staying alive. Sizzy's actually got to hit some great shots in this after time situation.
Easy track for the first one. How much does this cost M80?
Ooh.
Oh, damn, they really let that go.
Wow. It was, yeah, I guess it was kind of actually difficult for them to all swing at the same time, wanting to go above.
But hey, a round win's a round win for M80.
I'm surprised that Kenzie Zora still approached Arch, but I think when the Molly missed and hit the corner, he just thought, oh, that wasn't for me, they don't know I'm here. A lot of energy in that one.
Really rolls off the tongue.
Yep.
This B-site's starting to find more and more confidence, but Sizzy, look at the damage. Not only the frag from Swisher, who wants more. He'll extend around the edge of Banana and dominate in this one. M80 looking to go up 5-3 on a CT side where we don't even have a bait frag yet.
That's awesome.
And that was a chance for Sizzy, who we've seen powering up on this T side, but look beyond him on the scoreboard. You've got Sizzy and Alex 7 and 5 kills each. NPL, Kenzie Zor, and Essential, it's 2 or 1 frags each.
And to be honest, I mean, the best moments from Bait have been that one play and the variation of that one play coming up lane. Really loving what Swisher has offered up to M80 across these 2 maps so far. And he's cracking jokes, I think.
That part's a constant.
I had doubts about him at one point. When they were making roster moves.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh man,
Very
is he on
fair.
the chopping block? Yeah.
I think you could argue he had doubts about himself at the same time. He definitely didn't have as much of a kind of like confident swagger about himself, even in the post-game interviews, etc.
It's feeling like his game's just improved a lot in his game sense. I mean, he was putting together clutches last game. His aim has always been great, so that was never a problem.
Counter-terrorists win.
Okay. Yeah, I could do it. Was it Lake making German noises, or?
I never know.
No, it could be.
It's Lake. It could be JBA.
Yeah.
I think Lake has an influence on JBA. 2 peas in a pod.
Where's Floppy in all this?
He's at home. Hitting the gym. Playing Among Us. Being a cool guy.
Kokinga.
Shout out to Camaro one time. 5-3 M80 lead. They look like they're in good spirits. We'll see what happens if things start to get tested again, but this round shouldn't be too much of a challenge with Bait coming through. Upgraded pistols, 1 MAC-10, 1 AK. Do you think the Germans on M80 get any of the Americans' jokes?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I do. I feel like, honestly, oh, man. Yeah, that's a good player to dink. Kenzie Zora, the only AK. He's not even willing to give it up. So I'm not, okay.
There we go.
Said, I'm still good for 1.
Yeah,
Alex, I'm still good for it.
He brought Kevlar to the table just in case.
I'm nothing
Alex.
without this AK, Alex.
Now Sizzy's got an entry with the
Oh, yeah.
for the boost, yeah.
Now you hit the upshot.
Oh, that's how you do it. That's why Alex brought Kevlar to the table. They're going to try to challenge that. Good headshot by Swisher blind. but he won't really be able to fully contend to keep that op out of their hands. Not without Sin trying to go for the other side. You heard Def in timeouts, never go for moves that can't be traded.
Young.
Perfectly pinched this time around, and that's going to take the wind out of the sails of Bait because they had a chance at threatening this round. But now we can see it on the radar. 5 X's stacked up inside of the brackets.
4 of them go to Swisher.
Sir, easy does it for the M80 6-3 CT lead.
9 rounds deep. He's 13-5. Pure quality play out of him.
This is nice, though. Pop, pop.
Counter-terrorists win.
Another one?
And they're like, what the heck? We went to A because Swisher's not supposed to be there.
We can do move. Oh, no. Okay, but
Oh, you can most certainly do this, Sin. You did get to start with the CT side, of course. That was an offering made by Bait. Slacks missed opportunity at the 5v4. A lot of bodies grouping up, and Slacks actually dies to NPL. He looks to just take that challenge out through Balk door. Ooh, that's a curveball for M80 to have to stomach. Back-to-back 5v4 advantages for Bait, but this time they've got the guns to really capitalize on it.
Yeah, big time. And now a lot of time on the clock as well. JBA to advance.
Yeah, good blind side.
Really great find back. That's a bunch of utility down.
Careful, though. Ooh, yeah, I was going to say, if you overstep, you could reopen the door for Bait. Instead, 4v4. Senthiel stuck in. And Lake gives up on hanging on to that.
Oh, do they set up this B split again? They've gotten into a similar position before. Arch has been all but abandoned. NPL, he likes to go on these lurks. I feel like Switcher is the guy for the job to catch people off guard right. Oh, no, he just sees a foot, turns away. NPL takes him out. Now it's Lake alone.
Oh, man, he's got utility, but he doesn't have anybody to work with. Looking for a fight first. He will kill Alex. Banana challenge comes out. Senthiel gets the better of him. That is NPL with a clean kill in CT spawn again. How many times have these moments been opened up by a player just getting caught in spawn? Although the smoke push could have reopened that door. Instead, JBA dead to rights, and it is Bait to break through on B.
Hate to fault Swisher for that. I think he's, you know, it's a moment of timing. He even sees someone's foot right away, nearly gets into a spot where he can just hold a hard line on that lurk. Had to also worry about library since Arch again was totally abandoned, but they had players on A to spot, just not where he was. Still, it's a good idea from Bait. Sid could hit one and get away if they don't want to test library.
Terrorists win.
And so a 4th round for Bait.
Missed it by a half second.
Goodness, like, yeah, it's really changes the situation, especially for Lake.
let's go, guys. Come on. 8-4, yeah?
H4.
8-8.
Oh.
They understand each other, don't worry.
H4, 22, hut. Sin comes through with the nade kill.
Wow.
You love to see that as far as... Oh.
Well, no one was around to hear. Oh, actually, Slacks was.
Yeah. 8-4, says Sin. Alex, though, ahead of the smoke. Oh, man.
No idea what's happening. What a
so
flash.
blind. Sizzy's found the assists. And as Slacks tiptoes out through apartments, NPL is going to be content to just sit on this. There's nobody to stop it on the B site. That flash, but the frag almost exposes 2 more. Right there for the taking. The second nade doesn't fully open it. And you've got low bodies here in Sizzy and Alex, but the smoke grenades have given them refuge for the time being.
Oh, it's just crazy how close this is. And now it could actually get worse. NPL again on this lurk.
Every time. Not this one.
JBA wins it. Do they turn around?
They want to take a chance at this.
I mean, Slacks is in spawn. Not even their own spawn.
Sin could afford to stick around.
Just looking to punish now.
Just in case. Still technically enough time, but yeah, nobody exiting spawn. They're going to let this one slide through And that'll be bait to take a 5th. A flashbang that does wonders in Banana. It's one thing to blind them both, but straight up the fact that you've got
Run out
Swisher
backwards.
walking forward into you fully
He
blind.
had no idea, man. He was seeing stars. Oh, man.
Oh,
How's
it
it?
blinded him while he jumped up.
Yeah.
Because I was like, he was stuck behind the wall. How's that get him? But Swisher jump spots the wall, gets hit by the flash at the exact moment, and then holds W thinking he's into the wall, but he really just walks into his death.
And a lot of small moments working against M80.
This has been a series of small moments.
Yeah.
Through Ancient and Inferno. We'll see if they can tie up. Bait look to close out with another one. Asethiel gets close up on the half wall, tries to dive in off those flashes. Third player's here in Sin to support it, and Lake will find first blood. You've got damage on Slacks as NPL tests the water towards the A site once more.
Uh-oh.
Swisher spam down to half as Alex's reload's now complete.
He's going to push through.
This time he's going to get caught. Swisher ready for the second chance, but it's going to be pressure on JBA. We saw great things yesterday as an anchor. This time it's a one and done. And Sin can't really go for this. Needs to hang on to the arch side so that the rest of M80 can come over from that B site. Sizzy with his op on the line, catches Swisher, tucks right back into middle as they try to give chase. Kenzizor decides to push in.
And Sizzy can go B. He knows that they've already all rotated over. He's going to be alone for a second, but the CTs are still preoccupied with the idea that it's going to be the A site, but it's not.
Yeah, now they realize dumping util.
This is kind of risky. Kenzizor is on a lurk. It looks very dangerous. It depends how fast the CTs go.
Do they anticipate both players here? They're going to come charging through. They're going to try to play these trades. Sissy's dead. They can just get on top of this underhanded smoke. Can Kenzie do the Hail Mary spray down? It's right there. Oh, it's right there. Oh, the gun goes empty, and M80 will take that 7th one. We said it as the round went live. A game of close moments.
once again, the first base is a Dren. He's going to hit the ground there. Oh, what a jumping double for Cole! What is going on right now? How does he do this? Cole is save Luminosity with the all-play.
Yet another strong performance out of Swisher as multiple rounds on that CT side were turned on their head because of his banana play. Now we have M80 to the attack of their own map pick. Bait decided to start on the harder foot. We'll see what their defense has to say. We've got to see an uptick in the kill department for the majority of Bait to make this a 2-0 series.
It's very true. It's a little top heavy over on M80 as well. They just also had nades, I think, to support Swisher. Close shaves, a ton of them. The last one going towards M80, just barely at the end. Just feels like another map that's going to go the distance.
Sissy's duels first, and JBA picks him up, and it's the Berettas you want to get kills, and Lake puts a quick end to that NBL attempt. NPL, Kenzie Zor, fast though, reveals himself. Apartments held onto for Bait, which will be a key part of this retake once the B players get in position.
Waste no time. Plant goes down very fast, and now there's a high likelihood that a defuse might be too much to ask for. Do they have a kit anywhere?
No, sir. So this is going to have to be that 10-second defuse, working their way up. 2 on short, 1 towards balcony. They've at least got that flash to play off of. JBA still just, looking for the time to pop up. Instead, Kenzie Zor gets it. A second from Kenzie Zor.
He got him.
And now it's all done, just like that.
And they got the defuse.
3v3 retake, jumping on top of the bomb. And Bait to find a 6th round here in the pistol.
It's so close.
All's good. 3 out of the 4 pistols of this series, all the way of Bait. And this one by way of retake.
A 3v3, 10-second defuse retake. Margins.
Those Berettas hanging out inside of the apartments.
Yeah.
Worth their weight in gold in the hands of Kenzie Zor.
Crazy shot.
A 1-tap as well, right? If that first shot's a little bit labored, if JBA can disengage, that's one thing, but 1 bullet, 1 headshot, and all the momentum right with it.
Raise the roof. I'm pumped.
Opting for the force buy here, M80.
I'd like it. I'd be mad too.
But never be blinded by hatred, Mohan.
No, anger.
Oh, anger. Excuse me. Never be blinded by anger, though, Mohan.
Oh, blinded by everything now.
Ooh, man, this is a numbers-strong moment for M80 on this A site. It's going to fall on Sizzy's M4 here, and Kenzie Zor over towards the pit. And with Sizzy going down with nothing, what can you do this time, Kenzie? Because you've already had a great round of the pistol. Trying to section off duels. It's a fast rotate over towards Library. NPL's MP9's about to be on scene. Enough damage for a Senthiel's clutch 1v3. He knows about Slacks. Easy pickup. Bomb planter stuck in the cubby close left. He knows that he's back there. There's been no chance for Lake to get off this position. He does it. It is indeed enough damage. Tied game 7-all. Another close moment that comes up Bait.
It's the quickest 1v3 from a Senthiel, and you have to give Kenzie Zor credit for getting 2 kills from the pit there. He looked so composed, even though there was a full split happening right at his doorstep. They were coming out of Halls, Lane, and Arch at the same time with his teammate dead. And Slacks is jump spotting. The speed that a Senthiel comes through Halls with, Slacks has no thought in his mind that he could be there that early. Another 1v3, this time towards Bait. Oh, there'll be a ton of regret about how this game is played, no matter who wins at the end.
Yeah, we had clutches back and forth on Ancient, but this is the first one to come through successfully for Inferno. And even in that frustration from Sin, justified after losing that post plant, he says it, man, we played so good, and they did to get into that site, to overwhelm the defense, to put that bomb down, great, but now you're into the next one. Grenades and pistols, and already down a player as Bait will start to build up this CT side with back-to-back retakes.
I mean, they're making very small mistakes. It's that bait are able to punish every single one.
Ooh, good flash. Great damage. Tech9 actually comes through, and you've got Sizzy diving back because he doesn't want to lose that op. Bomb plant in the front of the site. Oh, that could have been a good moment for Slacks. Instead now, Banana Control is going to be a part of this retake. And as Sizzy anticipates a smoke push, maybe thinking M80 feel like they've got to get off these positions, Lake actually goes wide. Now they're going to swarm Alex, and it's JBA looking for the FAMAS. No, the op in a 1v2 with 4 HP. Player up close, the no-scope, and he knows now, but Kenzie's going to put him to rest. Another nail biter, but a clutch that comes up bait.
And he just had no HP to go for that. That's a really nice attempt from JBA, who's having a much better map overall, but another clutch for bait, man. And I appreciate the positivity from M80 on the lost rounds. Man, we played so well. We got so close. We, made this attempt happen, but this has just got to grind you down.
I love
Just
Alex.
dead eyes, yeah.
I love Alex.
It's like he pushed him off to sea. So long.
Yeah. Down to the 2-1 pool with you. Sizzy scoped up. Met by flashes, has 2 teammates over towards Arch, but that's going to open the door for some kind of a balcony threat. Player in position for it, but easy. Bloodbath between NPL and Kenzie Zor.
That's tough.
Nice answer from JBA. Starting to take over on this T side for M80. He is their beacon of hope. As the Opera doubles back, Sizzy will find that kill, and suddenly it falls on Slacks. No bomb possession at a minute. He will be lucky if he gets to save this op.
That was nice with MPL coming into Boiler. Sizzy was able to turn around freely, go for that pin, catch that cross from JBA, and it's this momentum call to pop out. Oh, everyone looks to die now. They try to break through back his control through the smoke. I don't think they break the smoke open. They just pop through it with a flash. Bait are just too ready for that.
Oh,
is it theirs?
That was CT's nade.
Yeah.
CT's naded it. They thought they could get through, but then it looks really awkward.
Maybe they got caught by some of the slow from the HE, and I mean, it looked like it was just they were going to hold no matter what.
Well, here comes Rory. Great success off.
What M80 needed to hear, they were able to make comebacks in both halves off of them.
More and more grenades, but honestly, not a ton of value out of the 3 frags they threw. It's the double incendiary up next, and that'll flush you out of your positions. Still a bit more chip, but 3 frags, 2 incendiaries, and both players still above 70. I don't think that's half bad for M80 in terms of dodging the threat of nades. Still, what are you going to do with these pistols?
And what else are you going to do with this utility? Better to get it out now, to be honest. They're going to have to eventually group up and rush you down. No fights really offered up.
Man, 3 inside of the apartments here for M80.
And it's not really it's not a pit setup.
Nobody panics off that flashbang into Balk.
And they're
JBA and Slacks trying to move forward. Bomb included on Slacks.
This could work. 3
He
towards
definitely
B.
overwhelmed Sizzy here in a position where the pistols could catch him off guard. He misses his first shot, and Kenzie Zor's playing with utility. From inside of the corner, he's dead with nothing. The A site falters with no evidence that they have any kind of hold between the two.
Yeah, that's a touch awkward, I think. For M80, they're going to be very happy to have picked up around this smoothly. They get 2 free upgrades. They have 5 alive for now. NPL peels back towards B. They're set up. They're set up behind quad. I think they know that at best there's going to be, maybe a rush towards B, but there's not going to be a full exec. So not worried about getting mollied in that position after they use all their grenades. But they just created a huge gap on the A side, and Sizzy going forward with the op as one of 2 guys there, not knowing if a split could be taking place. It felt like that was a call to be a bit more passive and wait for NPL to come back.
They managed to go 5 alive in a round where they came in with 4 pistols.
Did they not get a second upgrade out of that?
Yeah, the M4 and the op.
Oh, the M4 and the op, right. That'll be nice for Slacks. I guess they had the molly right behind it. So a small timing where if that rush did not show up right then and there, Sizzy could have gotten op shot off freely. So
Suddenly becomes a 1-round game. M80's T side has been able to successfully put that bomb down in the first 3 rounds. Took them 5 rounds on the attack to win their first. Oh, immense utility damage. We praise their nades on the CT side, but that lineup, easy for Alex.
Guy in the back first.
Slacks dies though, or rather gets the kill with the nade. Deep up Banana. That's a bit of a silver lining, I suppose, but check out this push. They're going to try to come through. Easy. Slacks barrel stuffs you. Will he anticipate NPL also being that close? What's weird is he's got to get the bomb. That's his responsibility here, and you're obviously going to hear this if you're NPL, the rumblings of this running from Slacks. He's not considering a second player this close, really. Oh, but Sizzy walks in, gets popped.
A little weird, though. The bomb can get caught. NPL, he's probably going to run at this, surely.
He's going to find it in timing, even as Slacks tries to go running out. Now, there's a trade potential between these last 2, but they kind of stutter between them. JBA goes back, finds the kill on the A site. His 16th kill collected. Smoke to cut off NPL. This threat from down Banana. Tries to play the clock.
Oh, the molly.
Right there on the edge of the smoke, NPL walks in, and JBA waits him out to tie this game at 9.
Yeah, that's real nice patience out of JBA. Top of the board and a clutch now to tie it up. The push through Banana. Henry would have called that a blunder.
NPL almost wins this straight up. Good on JBA to turn back for the player on site.
Yeah. That's just overall some solid awareness. And the close game gets even closer.
These guys are...
They're the perfect matchup for each other.
Yeah, they are. Well, funnily enough, in the last 2 majors, both these teams have gone 3-0 in stage 1. Bait did it back in Austin. M80 did it in Budapest. They're shooting for back-to-back 3-0 clears of stage 1.
What?
And in Budapest, when Bait didn't 3-0, but 3-1, their only loss, M80. In a best of 1 for the record in their opening game.
It's a rivalry.
Yeah, it's
You
starting
might
to
not even
be.
know it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun to have rivalries within stage 1 of the major. I think, some people maybe don't start tuning in to watch all the Counter-Strike until the better-known teams come through, but I mean, each of these players has the same dream on the line, and so grudges do develop. That's why I can't stand that Hugo guy. Always at all the same events as us. Bomb's gonna cost Swisher, so cut down to just 2 survivors. Good bit of pressure here for Bait as this round closes out, and M80 have established a lead.
Take A first, and we're gonna play.
They have found a way to break into each and every half of this series so far. But at the end of this day, it's just about the map wins, and that has still eluded them.
Bait with a small edge in that regard.
the smallest.
I really felt like this game was lost when they tried to pop through brackets with that smoke and kind of got shut down. They proved that they're resilient.
No resistance met as they take over brackets with 2, and Bomb starts to head towards B site, but NPL looks to come lean over and give that third layer of defense onto B. Now that he hears stomping on Arch, he's going to come back through. Oh, can't hang on to it. Now they've got themselves in a prime spot. Somebody within this B site's going to have to go big. There it is, the lineup, prime for the taking, but Ascenthiel can't kill anybody, so Alex is going to have to be devilish from the back of B. 1 kill, that's it, that's all. So they clear them out. They deal with NPL in spawn. Slacks, though, however, reopens the threat of this retake.
Look at the amount of utility they have to work with. T's still have to be careful.
Incendiary to the back of the site with Swisher's name on it, but it does not spread. He hangs on. More util to indicate this retake attempt. It's also Sizzy with the kit. So he's gonna have to push forward onto this bomb and hope that Kenzie's can somehow cover. He tries to dive it, gets cleared out instantly. Kenzie'Zor trying to get his hands onto it now, causing panic, but within that bomb site, 2 members of M80 hang on, and now a 2-round lead.
This is a huge moment. They slice through this speed split for M80. It's excellent. Every trade is super solid. They stay well connected, blow that smoke open. It's a united front out of M80. Best looking round so far here on T side. There was some resistance, like it wasn't a perfect path, but they had multiple eyes on each target, which is what Def called for when they were looking for their trades. Really giving themselves a chance in this series.
Sizzy wants the mid pick. Slacks reads him like a book. MP9 here in the apartments. This is his counterpart as Jaba's Smack 10 gets some damage, but it's a pinch between the two, and M80's trades looking more and more efficient. They're going to try to gun him down in a jumping lake headshot classic. Ascenthiel's Desert Eagle versus 4 members of M80 trying to push through that short side. Nothing he can do about stopping them from this site, and this will be M80 to secure their 12th.
I like them seeing the opposite go signal. They already had a flash in place to start hitting into lane. They picked their timings on their attacks very well. And at the best, looking to pick up a couple extra upgrades. They'll even be able to find that. Okay. This could be funny. Nope.
Terrorists win.
Oh.
That's one. At least, yeah. MP9 does push from Alex.
They just wanted to pick up guns, though, so doesn't really matter that much for Bait. They go in for another buy. 3-round comeback needed for them just to get to overtime. It felt like enough luck had gone their way with the rounds they won and how quickly they got to 9 that they were going to be able to close that Inferno in spite of, how many misfortunes that M80 had gone through. But it feels like no matter how much goes wrong for M80, they still continue to play well. That faith has done a lot of heavy lifting for this team who come in very well prepared.
So many grenades primed here inside of brackets. They try to chuck them out, hoping they'd hit a clump, but not theirs for the taking. We've got a kill out of Ascenthiel, tries to fall back, takes damage through the wall bang. Lucky to still be alive on this 13 health.
heavy hitter, and Swisher down. But there's still JBA.
Get utility out of the back of the site before it's really crunch time. I mean, NPL's already got the flashbang primed here. And Senthiel's just going to be setting up Alex, who's behind him in dark. We'll see what more he can do. Nothing. Drops with little damage. We'll see if they let their guard down. Yeah, kind of jumping around haphazardly. Oh, that's the bomb drop by Alex. Triple from the back of sight. Oh, but the spray back from JBA is solid. 20 on the clock. Kenzie-Zor's on top of bomb, but JBA just keeps ripping his teammates one by one off the site. It is a 3K from Jaba, but not enough.
That would have been a classy way to close out of JBA. Needed 4 in that clutch.
Double digits from Bait off of that one. They just draw them into the site, cut them down to size 1 by 1. Another def timeout. And with 2 rounds to try to extend this series to Dust 2.
It's kind of still a fine moment to go for the B exec, and you know, Alex gets his 3K, but with the amount of space they took on that exec, getting 1 trade, I feel like they had every right. The staging to these rounds has been solid out of M80. And Def comes in to try to fire him up one last time to make sure that this doesn't even become a 1-round game. Won't be the prettiest buy for M80 if they lose this round.
Oh, they are also sitting on 1 round of loss bonus, $2,000 extra for Sin. This will be your best chance to close out Inferno. Overtime, a high likelihood if not. Sizzy wants contact. His counterpart sits on the other side. Oh, collateral!
Oh, the fallback nade. Oh, that was to alley-oop himself off that damage.
What a gut-wrenching opening to the round if you're M80.
Yeah. Lake and Swisher. Those are 2 guys that are going to be very proactive. Tag down early. They'll be limping around the map for the rest of the round.
Feels like they start to become options limited. JBA has been a reason to get you into sights, try to weaponize him once more. You got that Slacks op to try to walk up with him. Soon this arch smoke's gonna fade, and when it does, on the other side of it will be many members of M80. NPL and Kenzie-Zor over towards that pit, look to just lock in, and as Sizzy gets smoked off, what can he really offer? A Hail Mary shot. JBA finds the entry, he pushes through.
In the world?
But dying in the middle of that puts all the pressure now on NPL. And yes, there's damage out there. Swisher wounded, drops the bomb. JBA is the reason this round is still alive, so Slacks will scoop up the bomb, and we go post-plant 2v2.
Time to hold your nerve, JBA. You put yourself in a prime spot. He's holding for the wrong side. Could be a great reaction out of him.
Slacks anticipates the walk-up. Senthiel now starting to close that distance. Alex teasing Library does start to make this retake happen. It's dink damage for JBA. He's now got his head tucked down on 15 health. Alex damn near the same. Slacks in the back of sight waiting for this CT retake to come right through. Bombs fast, misses his chance on top of the bomb. Alex, oh, no kit. Does he have the time for this?
I'm not sure.
Final seconds or we go map 3. Dust 2 waits in the wings.
No, he's got it!
Of course, Bait pushed this one to the limit.
You're kidding. JBA couldn't finish off that kill on Arch. Lost every bullet in the mag, had to reload, both of them standing out in the open. How did Ascential even get by Slacks? He was holding that line, wasn't he?
I think when JBA and Ascential exchanged damage, that's when Slacks actually came out wide and watched for the moto push. I think hectic moment.
Wow. I mean, that just well coordinated out of Bait in that case.
The bomb plant helps immensely.
Yeah.
with this rebuy. It's still, I think, going to be majority AK-47s. 3 AKs and grenades.
It's still brutal. It's still brutal when that one's handed to you.
That could have been the one. Off of the back of the collateral shot from Sizzy down Banana, JBA had to pick up that extra responsibility, did so with the entries.
If he finished it on the first spray, it's done.
You know damn well he comes into this with one of those 3 AK-47s. But beyond this smoke, there's nothing here for bait. Senthiel drops an incendiary. Oh no, it gets extinguished.
It's too early.
You've got 2 players in this back of the site, and I mean, there is no rotation nearby. This is going to have to be rock solid. Do they really want to test it through the smoke, though? Utility's already coming over top. Here we go again. It's going to be Alex with the triple. It's all him so far. USP out. Senthiel trying to fire off.
Oh, they can't kill him.
Flax has got the teammate.
Oh, no.
And we go into overtime.
It's
this one falls apart. 2 brutal round 24s for M80. Last time it cost them Ancient. This time it allows Bait to go OT.
A critical disaster, an HE team kill. They run through a smoke. 5v2 on the site. That's not how you want to have to hold if you're the CTs. They're the ones who throw an incendiary into a smoke. And it's all these open lines. You have to forget about that.
Guys, can we all just... We're just literally going our heads right now.
They have to forget about that right now. It's a major. Bader also nervous. They've got to focus.
There you go. Immediately into it, we get banana nades. And first blood, M80 in overtime.
That is a completely ridiculous hold to pull off.
Kenzizor's got Sizzy to his left side. There's a double up here from the CTs.
I mean, Sin surely realizes that. With his position, he wouldn't have been exposed for absolutely no reason. Still walks into the fight.
Oh, gives away man advantage. M80 playing catch up now after starting 5v4. And that banana attempt could have been the equalizing kill, but Alex currently invincible.
Looking to subvert the game plan. Will they walk through the smoke? I'd be tempted. Absolutely.
And considering this,
now they kind of have to.
And as they do, they'll find no resistance. It's this short extension from Kenzizor. They do not anticipate M80 trying this. So Lake at least able to get on it, both stuck on site though.
MPL just held his ground. He's going in for hauls. Alex is going to make a long rotate over. So all coalesce with him making it up bracket.
So follow-up smoke onto the Moto side. Sizzy could just still walk through. He gets caught, but still comes out with 1 kill. Swisher on top of the backside box has got this pressure on top of him. And as he gets into the cover, the duel is right there. Pops up. And as he sits, Alex repositions. Whoa, it's close both ways, but Alex again, invincible.
Invincible is the perfect word. Another defuse. Totally cold about it. Oh, it's so messy. It's so nervous. They do everything so well to make that into a 1v1. Even the fact that they brought it there is miraculous out of M80, but now they cannot close.
See ya. Yeah. Brutal back and forth in the clutches across Ancient. Off of this one from Alex, it is now 4 1vXs for Bait on map 2. 1 thanks to JBA for M80. In that department, they are getting shut down. And it is most certainly enough to make a difference and to progress to stage 2. It is yet once more early damage for M80 to have to stomach.
There is no pressure like major pressure.
Bait as an organization, as a core, know that better than most because more often than not, it's that very same major pressure that used to break them. But they have grown into these moments and look to prove yet again that they belong beyond stage 1. Utility back and forth, but things go pretty quiet. We hit 45 seconds, and NPL is looking to get into some trouble. This boiler smoke's gonna fade, and if Slacks doesn't hit that one-op shot, you'd think that M4 tears through him. NPL decides to peel back here. He wants to go for the mid-fight instead. That's contact versus Lake. They try to draw him into Sizzy. Molotov does unset the Opper. 25 to this clock. It's going to be the time that pressures M80. They do still have this balcony push set up by JBA, and he was critical last time around. Sizzy taking nade damage, this time finds Sin. Alex head tucked down into the pit. Your Opper's dead. 10 to the clock. Alex is still gone unnoticed for the time being. Blindsides one. Slacks has got the cover. 7 seconds. Bomb gets scooped. That's just enough time and just enough coverage to put M80 in a great spot to tie this game again.
When the bomb gets dropped and so many players are present, it seems like there's no way in the world they're going to be able to pull this one out. But they do. Ascenthiel in a 1-on-3.
Does he want to take a look at this? Sees a gap in the smoke, but no thread to pull on. No presence shown out of M80.
My goodness. Of all the rounds, they do win. It's incredible that M80 grabbed this one. Time-wise, they let it get way too close, but at this point, they just want Inferno to be done. Both teams have proved that they could have closed this map out already. That much we know. Great first move by Sizzy, but again, actually the trades after Lake gets this kill, then Slacks to pick up that one in pit. 1 more second delaying inside a big pit. They don't get that bomb back. They don't get that bomb planted. Whoa, this is a crazy change of pace.
I like it, though. Kenzie Zor wants action. You're going to find it. Slacks with the first, Lake with the second. And nobody beyond Kenzie Zor to try to trade that one out. They will yet again be playing catch-up bait here in this one. And NPL signs up for the next fight. Lake bests him for his double. Now beyond 20 kills thanks to this round.
And they throw one out there. A Hail Mary down mid. And M80 survived the test.
Quick shuffle out of Al. Bomb will be flushed out of the back corner. That's half of Sin's HP dead, but if Lake didn't hit that shot for his 3rd kill in this round, the nade most certainly would have done the job. Yeah. More and more utility pressure. They'll expose it. And the most convincing round from M80's overtime is the final round of that T side, taking the majority of their attack beyond regulation.
And they make it happen in the attack in the end. Now, the only reason they even lost so far, the reason that we're in overtime, the reason they lost the first round of overtime was pressure. We saw the messy spray from Swisher. We saw them nade each other in round 24. Again, that's what makes games like this so special. It's not even overcoming your opponents, it's overcoming yourself.
Oh, nice nade.
Hefty.
But worth it. Slacks will catch you inside of the apartments. NPL looks to get frisky. Oh, you see that?
Oh,
Slacks
nice
gets
Slacks.
the warning. And now we've got another multi-kill for Slacks here on the board. He was a slower starter in this second map than he was back on Ancient. Lake extends off of the bomb site. That'll cost him his head, but at least he drops Alex for his efforts. Then met by Smoke, a second piece of the defense rotates over behind Swisher to really just try to finish this off. And so the trade's good out of Sin. Last man up will be Sizzy, 16-year-old major debutante in a critical 1v3.
Oh, and you know how aggressive he gets.
Yep, decides not to play the bomb, but rather push forward. His counterpart over towards the truck misses his shot. Sizzy won't do the same. There is still indeed a chance for him to pull this out of the hat.
Look at him still looking for a fight.
Feeling a little bit locked in. He's just going to slowly crawl this back so that he remains ready in case the trigger needs to be pulled. And in a moment, there it is. 2 shots. Oh, all 3. You made another massive error.
Add that to the sizzle reel.
15th round denied. Ice cold each step of the way. To hell with your bomb. He wants blood.
Slacks missed that shot on the side of car. and set up this moment. And the worst loss yet.
Trying to pull yourself from yet another gut-wrenching round loss. Faster tempo, tons of pressure here for JBA. Incendiary down in front of it. Utility comes flying over top. He's just trying to retain vision. And the operant Slacks is going to find that first one. NPL clears pit. And then we've got Sizzy in with a kill to Swisher. Fast flank coming out from M80.
Looking alive.
Through the flames. Slacks has found another. It's both oppers tearing through both ends. And then Sin, 1v3 is what's left over. Bait go crushing through that A site to secure 15.
Ooh, life comes at you fast. That call to make it happen. Last round, it looked like M80 were going to be the first second overtime guaranteed, maybe even be able to close out the map. It was all looking so good moments ago. Even in this power position of a 2-0 matchup, it's going to be a sleepless night after this loss. Insane mentally what they've had to go through, the situations that they've seen. And for Bait, on the other hand, they'll be over the moon. It feels like hope is entirely lost, but it can't be for M80. They still just need one round to lock in another overtime. The game is still live. But Bait bought time for Sizzy, and now he's given back.
And it's always as these halves have gone on that we've seen Bait just get those last few rounds. M80 damn near make that comeback on Ancient, fall at the final hurdle in round 24. This time they allow it to get extended beyond regulation by an inability to close. Lo and behold, in the first overtime, it is Bait to touch 15 first. There has been incredible success off of the tactical timeouts of M80. And in this instance, Bait then double up the timeouts, giving Rory that extra bit of time to try to hone in the troops on M80's side. And they are working, as you can see, the double FAMAS, MP9. This is not an ideal place to... For Bait, it's right here for the taking.
The strongest that we've ever seen them. T-side smoke to deny vision. Are they going to try to pop through this? We've got nades in hand.
The team knife out of spawn on Ascension.
Oh. We'll see if it matters.
JBA even more so wounded. Locked into this angle. Kenziesor's not letting you out of here.
Yeah, lightly thinking about this. Kind of depends on JBA's approach. He's a little bit farther off from this position.
Oh, man, both of them right on the brink of this fight. Kenzisor starts to concern himself with the right side apartments. Slacks is up there.
Wait, he doesn't know.
JBA down to the left.
Wait, oh, okay.
JBA's got the first execution. It's man advantage for M80. But we have seen these kinds of advantages slip through their hands in the past.
And look at Slacks. He slipped the net. Oh, he's in this alt position. He can flank around. They've got 3 on B.
It's going to take a long
Perfect
time.
spot to hold this.
Nade lands on NPL. Now you've got 3 players on Bait side wounded. One of them by way of team damage
Slacks
and that frag.
Should be able to see NPL. Now that he's tucked, he's trying to lock horns with JBA.
Which way does he clear? NPL will be well tucked into it, but now NPL actually starts to activate.
The bomb can get
JBA's
spotted.
running. Oh, but he's ready. And on top of that, you've got MP9 damage to the flank. This is a huge ask of Bait. The utility starts to rain in on them. It's a very passive M80 that has just been delivered kills as Bait tiptoed their way through round 30. Another recovery underway, but it is only one from Ascension. And Lake has gone unnoticed, hiding behind the fountain so far. Player over Orange is wounded and dealt with, and M80 extend play
Yes,
to
they
OT2.
do. Shout out to JBA for that awareness. He had a moment where he could have been cleared. Kenzisor and him forgot about each other. They were so sure about each other's presence for so long, but then Kenzisor started to get lured by someone playing long haul.
Ready for this headshot, and it's instant.
Yeah. So good to catch that lurk.
Another tack timeout into round win.
Guys, come on, guys! Come on!
The Lake was a statue, did not overplay that position.
We go again. Whoa. Fast move here from Kenzie.
Oh, yeah, be careful. There's an op here.
Opper spots it. JBA on high alert now, but it also wasn't Kenzizor alone, and we get this extension from the B players again.
Tried this before.
Yep, and it got totally shut down by Alex, ripping both their heads off with a Galil. So now Alex brings better hardware to the setup. Nade kind of hits the pack. That's Alex down to 70 health. Swisher still tucked in. They're coming up empty-handed, but it will be Lake to at least strike back. Oh, the op shot from Sizzy, point blank hits.
They don't have the bomb right now. Slack's going to make his way over. JBA just misses. NPL going for the lurk.
He is split in between the two T's. He heard one drop out of apps.
Yeah, JBA could skewer this. There's a chance he runs into Kenzizor, but he doesn't know that they're waiting for the bomb to come.
He's looking for the pop-up instead. Now he considers the ramp. Jaba gets it. That's going to be bombed down. This starts to unravel Bates' play and prepared for that flank. Aware of what was going down. Sizzy is the reason you are even still in this, but what a massive ask. Yeah. I mean, a 30-second recovery of that bomb? I don't think so.
He's got to go and get this. A B player he knows is preoccupied.
He's got the duel right here. JBA goes deep into the corner.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, okay.
Woo, that was very close.
M80 will take that lead back. JBA has had massive impact as this game has gone on the brink of 30 kills now as we touch double OT.
One or two messy sprays, but definitely a lot of heavy lifting. It's an overall great take, but last time they split open this crossfire, they were aware. Obviously, Alex got to see both of them, but that wasn't everybody on the team.
3v5 success for M80 in round 31.
Holy.
With some nasty Sizzy op shots sprinkled into the success of Bait, but all in vain. Back to the Slacks challenge. This walk up on middle, the approach, slow. It's gonna get dived. Fine, that's what he wanted. Essential dead to rights. Now a 3v5 demanded of Bait the other direction.
Did he have a gun? He dropped it as he fell back, didn't get an upgrade.
Oh God, that's awkward. Suddenly your support system and the first kill comes through. This is very weird now.
They've kind of let Alex by.
Sin is effectively neutralized, sitting inside of library. He needs a player to try to work off. He goes for the peek and just dies. And then another one comes out from Moto. Back-to-back 3v5s, this time the other direction.
Crushed everything. Swisher has to clutch.
He's in front of the flash, finds the first, can't kill any. A calamity for M80.
Oh. Sin gets his 10th kill. It's so clean. He falls back to CT spawn, drops his gun, thinks he's getting an upgrade with a mag at the same time.
How are you laughing?
I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even know how. Yeah. That's a bit of a disaster.
Cannot decipher who is going to walk away with this third round.
I mean, you just don't see Bait have as many moments like that, unfortunately.
Yeah, I called them both 3v5s, but that second one a totally different nature.
You compared Bait to Paravision, but it's comparing anyone to Jame. You know, it's certain teams and players that are clutch, the more pressure that is on them. And Bait have shown us that they're different now.
Fire in front of the pack. They will be happy to charge right through this. Missed shot from Slacks that could have maybe tried to change things. Swisher's trying to find a path, but very awkward, very dangerous game. Util both sides, but the Banana players peeled back. Swisher's actually found a path. Swisher's found a way through. There's a man advantage to take, but he tries to milk this moment. He wants to know what else is here, or is it to get everybody else in position?
I mean, obviously, it's just going to be him.
The longer this goes on, Swisher trying to hold his nerve. Turns. Oh, he gets Kenzizor, but not the player Banana. Slacks will catch Sizzy. Essential stuck into the pit. The Banana player still well known. Alex has got the headshot. The lineup's there to the CT cross. It's a lot of damage out of Alex. Again in the back of the site. He holds. Oh, it's him again and again. 17 rounds to Bait.
Another 4K. It's ice cold once again out of Alex. He also gets 30 with that 4th kill. Man,
What do you want from
Watching
that?
Swisher? I don't know. Swisher just get the kill, but he's waiting for his team to all come forward with the retake. That's fine. I'm actually surprised that Essential's here just watch. Oh, he's watching just the side of the smoke.
Push.
I mean, it's just a great reaction. It's really all about Alex at the end of the day, isn't it?
I mean, imagine how shocked
He's never
Essential
messed
is.
up a position, like, at all.
He's so clutch for this team.
Yeah.
In some of their hardest moments, Alex is the one that steps it up. And he never wears his panic, never shows his stress.
Yeah, he's looking like Alex Honnold right now. Not a lick of nerves.
.4v5 and Bait look to send Sizzy a little bit further. And he better be careful because he is currently operating alone.
It almost feels like 4v5, no problem with the risks that he takes sometimes.
Right there for the taking.
Dangerous game to play.
And still, again, no cause for concern. Happy to just slow walk this one back, and he sees M80 not willing to pounce.
Alex doesn't even move from his post. He's still here on Arch.
Of course not. Ice cold every time.
They're ready to trust Sizzy. They believe it's going to be an A play, and they're correct. The gamble pays off. Let's see if Alex is part of it.
JBA's entry have been key to taking over this A site when they've been able to sink their teeth into it. Can he do it again? He's up here in the apartments. He's got a CT flushed into him. That incendiary spreads, and he will kill NPL. Now the pressure's on the site hold. All three players were here. So far, nothing of a defense to talk about. A JBA Lake alley-oop to tie the game again.
Damn, that wasn't easy to tear through. Extremely well done for M80, even though the read was there from Bait. It's M80 to start off with the first kill. And they tear through three in all of their favorite great positions to hold versus a lane take without losing anyone.
That Molotov that flushes NPL into the smoke confirms his position as he's burning. And JBA just clamps down on the chance to offer the first kill needed of the three they did deliver. No look at the retake. No challenge by Sizzy. 17 rounds all.
Terrorists win.
Mason can give you Astralis, whatever. We will do cheap mid it.
Oh, he just backs up into his
that
mechanics.
tick.
And then the site takes clean.
This is where you're out of prep. You've got to come up with some ideas on the fly, recycle some old ones that have worked, and trust that your individuals are warmed up. Overtime's where you leave it all on the table.
Shows a little skin, and Sizzy, yeah, reacts.
Dangerous, giving that kill away.
No entry this time for JBA.
Man, they don't go forward with a lane molly or anything. Are they going to walk into MPL?
Lake considers this.
Okay.
Ready for the kill, takes the headshot.
Oh, they're setting up a B split. It's looking good. Sizzy's already got info on lane, so they can actually start to move their way down mid, but it has to be these two. Flash!
Yes,
It's perfect!
Oh, right between them, doesn't see the third. But Alex has been rock solid from this very position, has single-handedly won multiple rounds from this spot. And because they paused in the front of the site, the banana players get closer. Not this time, Alex.
They're starting to walk up, but they're quick.
Slacks is going to have to go for this
He
plant.
didn't plant yet.
Lake's going to need to be the guy to cover. No, they swap roles, and he does have the safety, but oh, it's an instant pop. Now Lake pinched from both sides, and it's going to be Bait to 18 first.
It's Sizzy to get that information on lane, even though they slipped and got through Arch. It was a really nice move from Lake to to open up the site, but that flash was the perfect thing to do when they were lacking space, needed to make some room for their teammates who are rotating over. It could have been even worse. I mean, this flash blinded all three of them. Essential just couldn't find the third.
Yep. You get a small glimpse of him on your left screen, but so much going on with that flashbang. And I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but same as the last OT. Def pause, round win M80. Regulation, same thing. Back on Ancient, twice. And not just for one, but for a streak of rounds. So can they do it again for yet another OT?
Well, this suddenly becomes the only one that matters. Without it, the series is done. They've been doing a good job at setting up Slacks to find some opening T-side op kills. So much early damage on Swisher. That's in the job description when you're defaulting Banana. This one's a very quick idea. Oh, and they get right in between this. They can actually exact.
Yep, and Alex, oh, he's blinded and burned, but still, he'll hold on to that front sight and
perfect.
Able to capitalize on him. There's no mid control, but you hear that sprint around towards the arch side. How late does Java want to activate? He is now just sitting there towards middle.
I mean, just don't blow this in the sight, and this round is done. Simple as. All these nades.
They consider it, but JBA decides not to go for the flank. Instead, looks to add himself to Banana. And with that utility now, retakes inbound. You've got smoke grenades to block off JBA. You've got lines to deny, but right now they just eat these flashbangs, and that bomb is already so far gone at this point.
Time to defuse at this point.
You have no chance at this. You have taken way too much time. This bomb's gonna pop, and we go to OT3. Bait, this is so flat.
Yeah.
What an awkward way to end, as M80 will just bust the doors down off B.
Yeah, it was off the pause, the quick idea into B, and that's enough. First kill comes out for free. They took too much time and ate too many counter util pieces to get that retake going. I think every time they started to set up their retake, a flash hit them, a nade hit them, a smoke landed in CT, it was done. That's the power of contact plays, getting that bomb down so quickly.
Ooh, Sentinel blind, Swisher's got him dead to right, and the second. Suddenly, Alex not finding as much value from the front of this bomb site as he does the depths of it. NPL's got one, damage dealt.
Oh, two.
A damn near triple lineup from him. But JBA catches that flank on Kenzie, and now Sizzy's got the response back over. But
don't
can
worry.
he really win this?
He won't win another 1-on-3.
Surely not, right? Decides to go into the M4, runs this one over. Has to find a kit for this retake too, as it's been a long journey to get over. He's got a smoke incendiary frag and an M4. And a 1v3 to his name. He slips past the church. He confirms one's back on new box, and his nade's gonna flush you out into the open. This is a separated duel. He's got the second of this 1v3 under wraps. But again, no kit for the middle of all this. A 10-second stick.
Oh my goodness.
Almost gets all the kills, but still wouldn't have had the round with it. Still sends a shiver down M80's spine as they will reestablish a lead by one.
Into overtime, no kit, and coming in for a retake, obviously not a great recipe for success. Makes it scary, but M80 get the lead.
What could have been a massive mowdown moment from Alex is instead just those 2 kills. Does his job to try to recover in the 4v5. Nice nade placement for Sizzy to have to stomach. JBA's got multiple bodies here to his right.
A lot of different looks up in halls.
NPL slides in. Oh, through the wall. The damage connects, and it's 5v4 bait. Sizzy, who's taken 2 frag grenades to the face.
Doesn't care.
Goes for the wide peak. A quarter of his HP. Oh, can't manage to get back around that corner. Now Slacks goes out.
Very nice.
With his op connecting, it's man advantage back in the hands of M80.
This could be the one to tip the scales. A lot of movement around the map at the moment. You don't want to be the one loitering if you're on the T side. Lake misses this gap, and MPL on low HP gets this headshot.
Take what you have to.
Man.
Lake knows there's space free for the taking off of that extension. He will indeed just take over this site. You've got, oh, wait, Alex came through. Oh!
He forgot about MPL.
All of a sudden, Lake has to come back. He loses his 2 teammates in the process.
He's got to clutch this out. 30 for Lake on the game. CTs everywhere.
Finds NPL, but he's jumping!
Oh.
Another failed moment.
Oh, what happened? MPL, 4 kills.
How does Alex get that frag out from Library on the bomb plant site?
They tried to rush it, I guess, but even forgetting that NPL was just an alt. Came out boiler to peek into mid. Just didn't believe the risk could be taken. Yeah.
Oh, what? He's panicking.
Finn's jumping around.
He's panicking.
Yeah.
I mean, ouch. Crazy, what a contrast. 2 in-game leaders in Sin and Alex, and a critical moment right here in a 3rd overtime. One of them panicking in the middle of a bomb site, 11 and 20 on the scoreboard, and his counterpart, who has put up huge individual holds, despite disadvantaged spots, sitting 32 kills deep in this multi-overtime game to get to the 2nd stage of IEM Cologne.
Sizzy's keeping his eyes open. Oh, that's actually huge. He body blocks that, can stand right behind that molly. Oh, that's got to be frustrating for Lake. If it didn't hit him that way, as most likely he would have just fallen back. They haven't been up here too often. Crossfire in the middle.
Yeah, it's gonna catch you.
Oh, he holds the spray.
Double kill's good. You've got NPL to tether off of. It is a slaughter here in this one.
Oh my goodness.
Round 39, all bait. M80 nowhere to be found on that one.
Wow.
Def is instant on the pause.
I mean, I'm loving what we're getting out of Sizzy. Between the clutches, all the op shots, and the small risks that he takes, just being a little bit aggressive when he needs to. Been a lot of op shots granted to both sides, but I think Sizzy's definitely been on top overall. Will this finally be the last overtime?
We've said it often these last couple days, the major, there's nothing quite like the pressure of a major that is exponentially increased once you get into overtimes and especially these multi-OT moments.
That wasn't enough pressure being German in Cologne. Uh-oh. No,
Okay.
Not the way you want to go.
Stuck in no man's...
Oh, Slacks is dead too.
Slammed.
A site's falling apart. Sin. He's got 11 kills.
2 players walk through. He delivers nothing of a hold, and Bait will not waste a moment in just lathering up this bomb site, slipping through with ease.
Easiest round so far. Like a hot knife through butter.
You catch JBA standing in no man's land out middle. Off of the timeout, they just crank that dial and storm their way through A. 21 rounds secures a 4th overtime for Bait.
And again, just no doubts about them. You know, even NPL, who he got his 4K and got to 23 kills. He wasn't having an overall great game. We saw so much impact from him. We didn't see any real nervous moments from them. I've been so impressed by Bait. And we've casted them over these years. So, you know, we've seen them kind of have moments like M80 have had today.
Terrorists win.
And maybe they've cracked once in this game, in one round. They've really tossed it away. Outside of that, they've been ice cold. Great leadership, strong calls, solid individual work, and now a 2-round gap in overtime. 40 rounds deep. Ready to receive this win.
And now consecutive rounds too, where they just slam this victory home. If you can find another convincing victory like that, there will be no doubt between these rosters that Bait ended strong. Sizzy has geared up as the game went on. It is good utility damage on the apartment's approach. But again, it's fast timing, and you're skating by. Sin looking at the wall. Look, whoa, what is this?
No, because JBA is supposed to be covering that for him.
He at least recovers. Okay, better that than nothing, but still, you could still understand if Bait decided to crank the tempo and just follow through with this. Slax's op is on the line, and Alex now a dead man. You've got JBA up into the corner of the bomb site. Bait hitting the pause button with a minute to work the body.
Says he's going to go for a lurk position. He's got an op on this line.
They've both seen one another.
Yeah, it gets spotted. Slax will win his position back.
Because he's got more teammates, he can also just wait patiently, and then they'll both go for the reclear. And we even get this press forward by Lake. Ever the closer, but not extending into brackets just yet.
Surely they've got no chance from this spot. CTs are all in perfect positions.
Ascenthiel burned down even further. Slax is off.
Nice shot.
Supported on both sides. 1v4 would be a step further from Sizzy. And Slax ready on the angle, shows a little bit of op prowess himself for the M80 squad. 1 round from yet another overtime.
Yeah, that's a very good round to answer back. Love to see that coming out of Slax. This is kind of ridiculous. He was spotting, and then his teammate JBA was right there behind default, and he turns around. So one of them's here to dodge flashes. Let's just say it could have been worse. Who's gonna crack?
Oh, nade like that.
That's 75 damage off that.
That sends a tremor through the B site. But there's a vacancy behind it. They send another flashbang, and now we've got double smokes over top into the A site. Slax gives up the angle right before they would have rounded that corner, and now he's going to be completely countered. Smoked off of Arch, smoked off of Library.
They have separated him entirely.
But he does throw his own smoke in the middle of it all, and that could be a cause to pause. Alex has got the headshot on Slax. A duel here from the boiler side. Sid is operating on his own. Lake arrives. And if he had overstepped with a single point of health, you'd think he'd be the dead man. Sin losing teammates all around him. Still Lake continues. That is a 1 HP 2K, but Sizzy will clutch once more. No fourth OT needed. It is Bait to stage 2 of the Major.
One more clutch op shot to seal it for Sizzy. His best performance here at the Major, getting better by the round, no matter how deep it went.
A 16-year-old op